today's video, we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of DC Reborn and why it died so quickly. So, yeah, this video is going to be kind of different from what I usually do. You know, since we don't really have too many updates or gameplays for the other games I usually do, so we're just going to basically do one on DC Reborn. So yeah, before we get started with all that, please make sure y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe. We're trying to get to 15k subs on YouTube and 1,000 subs on my Instagram, so go ahead and follow that now. I will be posting a 1,800 Robux gift card once we hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, so yeah, go ahead and do that. Alright, so before we get started on this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about exactly what DC Reborn is. Since I do a lot of Marvel content and I have done a lot of anime content, I know my fan base isn't really specifically for DC based games, since this is the only one I've done a couple of videos on before it like truly died out. So we're gonna go ahead and go over exactly what this game is. So DC Reborn is a Roblox game that's pretty much based on DC comics and animated series, like Justice League, all of those type of movies and stuff, and the cartoons and everything. Harley Quinn is, she's on here, so everything like that. And yeah, so it's basically one of the only games on Roblox that people were looking forward to that's based on DC and all of that. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the main reasons this game was hyped up so much for release, and the reason it died out. So it was hyped up a lot because, like I just said a few minutes ago, we don't have too many DC based games on Roblox. We have a few of them, like the Lanterns game and a few others, but they don't really have too much, like they don't have a multitude of different things. They only have like one specific thing. Like in that Lantern game, they're all literally lanterns, so there's not really much to it besides that base thing that you do every single time. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And so yeah, that's like the main reason it was hyped up so much and everything, so let's move on to the other things. So when we heard about DC Reborn, we thought it would be a little different from all the sneak peeks and stuff, and now that we've went over all of that, we're going to go ahead and get into the biggest reason that the game died. And that is because, quite literally, it's just boring. Look at them in here saying hi. Let me say hey to them. Yeah, the game is pretty much boring overall, and that's the main problem a lot of people have. From my perspective, not just mine, other people's perspectives too. I did do polls for a lot of my people in my Discord server to let me know exactly why they felt the way they did about the game. And yeah, basically because it was boring overall. There's nothing to do, there's no basis, none of that and everything. But yeah, so again, these polls, everything I'm talking about today, they come from multiple people coming from the Marvel and DC community on Discord, my YouTube community tab, and other things. So if you want to be a part of that when I do stuff like this, just be sure to join my Discord, which will be in the description and everything else. So just be looking out for that. So yeah, now second thing is the lack of updates. The amount of time it takes for each update to come out is part of the reason the game died so suddenly. They made announcements about different things coming, but it's been months and we've only gotten Star Sapphire and Blackfire update for the most part. And they cost, I think the price was 1,000, and they released them after the game had already basically died. So that was a little bit of a problem. See, we have two of them right here using the characters, but yeah, that's pretty much part of the reason. So yeah, there's not too many things in the update besides them. Let me tell them I'm recording a video. But yeah, so there's not too many things in the game that we've gotten besides those, even though we wanted more. The next thing is the map. This map is alright if it would be alright and better if it had more details or like just other parts added onto it, like a water area, it's a little island or something and all of that. But we really don't have that. There's nothing much that pops out. Not to mention the lighting. I was gonna talk about that too. As you can see the lighting right now, I don't really like it. Other people might like the lighting, but this lighting to me is a little eye scratching for the most part. And yeah, it's pretty. The map's small. It definitely needs a revamp. But the best thing for the game, I think, what can make it better is during a refresh or something they did add more maps such as the Justice League, Metropolis, Gotham City, Planet Apocalypse, and other places like that. Those would definitely make it a lot better in a central city and all of that. So that would definitely help out a lot when it comes to the map, what to add to make it better and more active. The next thing is structure. There is no structure in the game for the most part. Nothing to work for, nothing to grind for, or to look forward to. The only thing for you to do right now is fight somebody, rejoin, repeat, do the exact same thing over and over again. There's no kind of special aspect of story mode yet. The way they fix that is to add story quests, artifacts, or even events like raids and so on. Adding structure can really be beneficial to the game, and I do believe that that will help out a lot. That would give us something to do besides what we're doing now. Like you seen everybody just moving around fighting, lagging, and that's pretty much it. There's not really too much structure in the game. There's nothing to work for. Literally, it's just like a little pocket dimension that somebody like Zatanna made for us to basically stay in here and talk to. What are they saying? The next thing, and one of the most important things for me, characters. We have a few characters that are pretty good in their own right, as we all know, and from specific videos, but it's just that we're constantly using the same few characters over and over again. There's nothing really new or special about it. They should really add more characters like Superman, Poison Ivy, Raven, the Lantern, Shazam, Martian Manhunter, Dr. Fate, the Titans, just to name a few. Um, there are so many characters a part of the DC universe that can be added and worked on that it's ridiculous that we only have about 6 characters or 7, and these are the same characters that we had upon release months ago, besides Starfire and Blackfire, which were just added in like the only update that came to the game. The other things that we're talking about were other skins for Wonder Woman and Black Canary, which I do find a little sad because, you know, all of this time passing and y'all have only gotten 2 new characters, and then the other things they showed us were like skins. We don't need skins right now. You know, we have the base characters. We need more characters in them, you know, themselves to actually play with. So that's one thing I do think would definitely boost the number of players again. Next thing is scripts. The scripting and stuff is pretty good for the most part from what I've seen, but there are things that do need to be changed, like making things a little more fair and balanced for the most part. Like slight nerfs and extended cooldowns for some should help out a lot. And for some, they can use some buffs. Well, actually, there are no characters in the game right now that I think need a buff. Mainly just a few nerfs for some of them. What's that move again? And yeah, so for the most part, this is pretty much the only thing about scripts that I can think of. Other than that, their scripting is pretty much perfect, good, that I do like, and it's really nice. So yeah. The next thing is lag and lighting. I did touch on lighting a little bit earlier, but for the most part, we're just going to go over lag. I'm not lagging right now, but there are times where we have big lag spikes, and that can be caused by like anything from the script itself to the map and all of that stuff. I think they do have a low graphics mode in here. I can't even click the settings button. There's the code. I can't click the settings button. But I thought they had a low graphics mode. I guess not. But that might help out a little bit. But I don't really like using that, especially from like a content creator's perspective, because we like to have the details in our videos. So I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit. But yeah, that might help out a little bit. So that's pretty much it for that part. The next thing is prices. I personally found the prices to be pretty reasonable up until the Starfire and Blackfire Game Pass. I don't know why they made that so much when Wonder Woman and Zatanna and all of them were like, I think they're only like 800, maybe 1,000 at the most. I don't know, but the prices, a lot of people did not like the prices from the poll I took, and I guess they think that they're a little overpriced, even though there's not really much on sale right now besides like Zatanna, Wonder Woman, Starfire, Blackfire. I forgot who else was on sale. But yeah, prices, they could, do a different estimate for that if they want to. But I don't think that's too much of a big deal for me personally. But that could be for other people, especially younger people who don't have jobs or money to spare and spend, have to ask their mom or dad for it, or grandparents. Like, yeah, that's like the main thing for them. Next, add public events and bosses. You do not realize how much improvement you will see in your game players if you have things like event bosses and stuff like that. Bosses like Darkseid, Trigon, all of them, like the big people. You should add it to where they can give you specific like buffs, artifacts like necklaces or something. Like maybe if you defeat Trigon, you'll get like the diamond thing and it'll buff like your magic or health or something. That would be really nice. Apocalypse could give you anything. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, any of that can be really nice if we really got it. And that would definitely boost things and make things a lot more interesting and more fun. Yes, that's the word for it. So that's pretty much all I could think about right now off the top of my head for the game that I've planned out. I'll be adding pictures and stuff on the screen. I probably already added them before this point, so you guys kind of get an estimate of who's of the things you guys have been saying and examples and all of that. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it for this. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments if y'all think there's anything else they can do to boost their player count and make the game more fun. Also, I can't respond to all of y'all, but the ones I do and can see in the comments, we can definitely get something going for that. Or again, join my Discord again if you want to go in more detail and depth. So I really do hope that the owners of the game see this video and do make a change, to bring the game back, because this is honestly a good, well, actually it is the only great DC game, not, I wouldn't say great, but only good DC game I've played on Roblox that actually has diversity, but I still don't think it has enough of it. So it's there, since there isn't too many DC games on Roblox, but it's not like fully there yet till they add things and all of that. So that's pretty much it. Again, make sure y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe, y'all. We're really close to 15,000 and we're trying to grind to get there. That's my goal for this year for right now. And yeah, thank y'all so much for supporting me. Do not forget to follow my Insta too and all of that. And also, I do have a special video coming soon to start my TVDU era, so the Vampire Diaries universe era. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting me to start that already, and I kept saying I would, but I didn't really have the right game to do it with. I didn't want to do it with TVL or TVO. Like, maybe I'll post something when they update, like add a new updated character or something, I might do that. But there is a new TVDU based game coming out that I will be making a video on very, very, very soon. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that and all of these, and I will see y'all in the next video.